Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had your suegra smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have her smash it right now. We just hit 12,000 subscribers. 12K in about 3 months. Record breaking. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons: Abuelita's Journey, Chevelle66, Daus Herrero, Gigi, Jack, Marius, Michigan Wolverines, Nova, Randa, John Wick, JT, Anger, and Robert. If you haven't already signed up on that Patreon, you're missing out. Click on the description below to be added to the list. This episode right here is going to be communication amongst the inmate population. Hector, how do they communicate? Do they communicate? Do they yell out across the yard, "Hey, homie, touchdown, I got that wheeler"? Well, sometimes they yell out across the yard like that, right? So, what did I just say? For those that don't know about the California Department of Corrections, right? Where I did 16 years. Basically, he's saying, "Homie, did you receive that note that I sent you?" Right? By saying touchdown and wheeler. With that being said, first and foremost, the first way of communication that I remember from ADSEG at Centinela, I didn't see it much at Donovan, man. It's wild over there. But Centinela in ADSEG, everybody is locked in their cell. Okay, it's the hole. They're locked in their cell unless they get their hour to yard and they go take their shower. Every 72 hours per our policy, they can go take a shower, right? It's out there. Facts. I'm throwing it out there. In the meantime, they're behind their cell with a little window. So we would look and they would be doing sign language all the time, all day long. American Sign Language, right? I don't know it. It's something I did want to learn, not just because of that, but I do want to. Think it'd be very beneficial to learn. But they'd be doing this number, and when I go like this, I know that this meant the next word, right? And then they would go like this. Sometimes me and my partners would joke around. I don't know what the hell I was signing, and just right? We would joke around like that. But these dudes were on point with it, absolutely on point. They can have full-blown conversations like if they were at the coffee shop just chopping it up, right? Of course, they weren't talking about coffee and such and such.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, neither did I. So, that was one form of communication. The other form of communication was kites, right? I mentioned huilas. The way that they used to pass notes was by fishing. Okay, that's a way. Fishing. No, it's not with a fishing rod and fishing line. There is a line, right? The inmate population would get sheets and rip them into, and then probably roll it, right? Make long string, real long, okay? They would get what's called as a car, right? I think it was called a car, a flat car. It would be the bottom of the sole of a boot, right? Like a hard plastic, hard rubber. They would attach whatever they needed to attach to that and shoot it out of their bottom of their cell. And the bottom of the cell, besides being a good place to hide contraband under, there's about 2 inches, maybe an inch of space, an inch and a half, where you can shoot something out. Man, I kid you not, somehow, some way, and I would like to learn more about this technique, style, I don't know how. They could be on the upper tier in cell, they could be in cell 150, right? This is just an example. shoot that car over the railing down to the first tier. The person it's intended for will shoot their line from anywhere, cell 130. Whew. Somehow catch it up, bring that, and you can see them fishing, right? Hector, were you an a-hole? Hector, did you go snatch up those lines? Were you eating your burrito in your office and watching them do their fishing and pretend that you didn't see them just so you can go catch it? No, I didn't do all that. I did, however, keep it respectful. Please, people, keep it respectful. Atención en la tira, right? Have some respect. See? Anyways, right? So, man, I seen a dude fish and he hit the brand new officer in the boot, right? And he said, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "What are you doing, my boy? What are you doing?" Right? Just wild stuff. RJD, just off the hook, right? So anyways, that's one way of fish. That's another way of communicating. They could pass drugs, coffee, ad say coffee, real actual coffee, right? I'm not joking. They can pass all kinds of stuff. Kites, right? This person needs to get hit. This person now has control of the yard. So on and so forth. Boom, boom, boom. Driver's license. The term driver's license. You guys don't be thinking I be knowing much or all of it. I know all of it. Right? Driver's license. No, I was never goon squad. They always pick the 2-year wonders or the yes men over me. But it's all good, right? Because now I'm on YouTube spreading the knowledge. Dropping little gems on you guys. So, yeah, when a person or a shot caller, right? Shot caller is such a Hollywood terminology. Shot caller is such a generic, ain't nobody using the term shot caller, right? It's, especially amongst the inmate population. It'll usually be like, hey, this person has a driver's license, pretty much in charge of this yard, right? Now that things have changed, right? I'm not going to elaborate much on that. I'm trying to get caught up in any type of wrecks or situations I should not be getting myself caught up in, right? Nobody is untouchable. I keep repeating this, man. But I keep reminding Sacramento of these ridiculous shenanigans. Anyhow, another form of communication could be code words, right? But they're not really code words if we know them all, okay? And we do know them all. I think there was a misconception. And you guys want to know what's on green side? Here's green, right? Representing the green side, right? We know it all. We know who's who. We know what's what. We know it all, right? So, code words, not much codes, okay? But yeah, if you don't know what you're looking for or you don't know what you're talking about, you're not going to see it. You're not going to know it. But there's a lot of good cops working the line that are on top of their game. Shout out to them. Man, one particular OG on Bravo, oh, wow. Not going to say where, I'm not going to say what prison. Dude was top of the line in my book, right? When it came to his knowledge on stuff like that. Shout out, man. My props to you. We would always bounce information off each other. For sure. Right? And it always coincided. That 2 + 2 always added up to 4 in our book, right? So, now this is a big one. Before I end it, this is a big one. Cell phones. Hector, you're talking about sign language. That's caveman style. You're talking about little notes. They don't even be having encyclopedias in schools anymore. What are you talking about? No. Now it's cell phones. Cell phones are dangerous. Let's not just, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be straight up. Well, Hector, how can a cell phone be dangerous? Oh, for sure it can be dangerous. Why? Because you, in essence, hypothetically can have 20 of the most influential individuals on a FaceTime call. I'm talking about not even in the same location, talking about this, talking about that. No, wow. It's the truth, right? It's, what do you want me to say, business? It's the business, right? People, wow. Woo! Reel it back, Hector, reel it back, right? So, yeah, cell phones for sure. Instant communication. You know, right there. That homie right there. The one with the unibrow. Oh, all bad. Well, guess what? Instantly the dude is removed. Instantly. When before, what? It would take months for that type of communication to happen. No, now it's instantly. That's communication in the California Department of Corrections, right? Man, man, we were teetering the line on this one. But it's all good because it's going to end right here. The the message for today is communication, right? I always end stuff on a positive note. Ain't going to catch me slipping. It's consistency, right? Communication is mandatory. 100% mandatory from the upper echelon down to the lowest troop at the level. Yeah, you don't got to be telling them the details, right? But leaving your troops in the dark is absolutely a poor form of leadership for sure, right? I'm talking about green side here, right? Leadership is leadership. But that's what CDCR lacks. Transparency. Transparency at the uppermost echelon of the department, which preaches transparency. Practice what I say, not what I do. Keep pushing forward.